Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Wanted to come back to our financial literacy month series and talk about student loans. Ashley and I are back. The Biden administration just announcing a additional pause on student loan payments for federally backed student loans. You've got me tongue twisted all around here today, but August 31st. So we want to talk about what to do if you have student loans. You've obviously been on pause for almost 2 years or a little more than 2 years by the time they resume. So we want to talk about what to do if you do have a federal student loan. So Ash, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, it's especially with this extension, if you weren't already eligible, now's the time to really contact whether it's like your federal loan servicer or whoever, customer service representative, just to make sure that you are still eligible for that ongoing pause. I think that's a really great place to start because you want to make sure that you shouldn't be paying it when you might not have to be and vice versa. So that's a great place to start for sure.
Great point. Yeah, we've talked about this time and time again, that if you at least are making a payment, it will not affect your credit score. But if you are on a deferment from the federal government, good to know. So definitely check that. You should have a letter in the mail or some type of email. If not, reach out to the servicer, as Ashley said. Research with a on the loan that you have exactly, and whether or not you've been in forbearance. You should know that. The second thing that we've talked about with clients, prospects, and you for searching for this video on YouTube is to make sure that that payment is still within your budget. A lot of folks have had for the last 2 years, maybe they've spent money on vacations, trips, other things that weren't important. But understand that, well, we said this 6 months ago, but understand that after August 31st, these payments will resume. They should be a part of your budget. Hopefully you've been saving money in a high yield savings account that's FDIC insured, such as an Ally, Capital One, a Marcus 360, to have those lump sum payments ready for resume. Or if you've been paying it, even though the interest was zero, you've been paying down the loan, even though you've been required to pay any interest. So that's really important as well. What other tips do you have for us, Ash?
Yeah, I think that point was extremely timely just because we've been talking a lot about inflation and adjusting your budget to the higher prices of things right now. So like Brad said, think about ways, if this is a recent or if you're adding your student loan payment back into your budget, make sure that you're doing your spring financial cleaning, you're retouching up your budget, making sure that everything's aligned with what you can spend, your cash flows, your wants versus your needs. So if you have any questions about your budget, we posted a great blog on our website, www.shermanwealth.com, about how to adjust your budget for inflation, or let us know. We're happy to kind of talk with you guys and talk through your budget.
Great. And the final thing is that if you're not on a federally backed student loan and you do have private loans, understand as interest rates rise, hopefully your student loan rates are fixed. If they are variable in nature, if you have any variable rate debt that's either tied to your student loan or other things that you've taken out, understand, as Ashley said, as you do your spring budget and cleanup, that anything tied to a variable rate interest rate will go up over the next year. The Federal Reserve raised rates, as we've talked about before, for the first time since 2019. A couple weeks back, they are discussing raising rates again in the next meeting, and probably up to 7 rate hikes this year within the next 12 months. So understand the loans that you do have, read the fine print to make sure that they are fixed. If you are working for a nonprofit and other organizations, you may be able to get relief. So talk to your CPA or student loan counselor or the servicer, as Ashley mentioned, to see what options are available to you, and make sure you understand all of what you're doing And if you need help, hit us up, info@shermanwealth.com. And we'll be glad to run through the budget and any questions that you may have about your unique situation, because just like everything within finance, everything is unique to you as an individual. So happy to help and make sure you understand all these options that you might have in front of you for the loans that you have.
Great. Yeah. And so let us know if you have any questions, and we will be back next week with a new topic.